Devon has actually hit my father before, so come on.
Yeah! What are you going to do?
This guy is terrifyingly bizarre.
He's a weirdo.
What the?
He's got a very good sartorial eye.
Apparently so. Deppen confounded here. I laid out there for the one called Manders entrance. Jason Heat, this guy is a big-time player. Almost another kind of an overnight sensation. He logged those miles and he earned it. But overnight, he has become a player across the independent wrestling scene.
One of the fastest rising stars in independent wrestling. And they call him Stupid Sexy Manders for a reason. Very few people can pull off a mustache, but that man can.
He's a good look. He's like a, I'm not a smoker, but he's like the Marlboro man for the modern generation.
I mean, you saw he was mobbed by children who didn't want to be a cowboy when they were a kid. You grow up and become Steve Manders? Holy heck, yeah!
As he says, America needs cowboys. He always makes that argument. So
now the Hawkeye is setting his sights on Tony Deppen. He wants to redress what he considers one of the blemishes of his record, as he went up against Deppen several weeks ago in the Discovery Gauntlet at Beyond Wrestling and suffered a loss because I got hit with his own cowbell.
That's right.
Not about to let that happen again.
The only guy Deppen had to cheat to beat. I will note that. Deppen made it through some very tough competitors, including Daniel Garcia when he won to become the sort of Discovery Gauntlet de facto champion. Not truly a championship, but you get the point. When he got that done in uncharted territory, Manders, what?
Being lifted and treated like a child is Tony Deppen by the one called Manders.
Oh, he went for a crossbody.
Yeah, he went for it. He got caught, but up and over. And that's the thing. He might be outmatched in size, but Deppen is a tactician. And even if it seems like he's under the gun right now, he will find a way to get advantage.
He is crazy like a fox, as they say. There is a method to his madness, but make no mistake, he is mad. Oh, he's trying to dizzy the big man there. I think that was smart, trying to use that ropes and that speed to his advantage. And Manders holding him up.
We might be here for a while. I mean, take a smoke break. I know you don't smoke, but you might want to start because you're going to have plenty of time.
I mean, imagine. Oh, he just dropped him. He just dropped him, hits the ropes. Big shoulder tackle.
All the blood rushing to what little brains Deppen's got.
That's a good point. I mean, he may actually not have to worry about that as much as other people. But
no, he's a smart guy. He's a weird guy, but he's so smart, is Deppen.
Deadlift here, military press. Change to the late great Dr. Death Steve Williams. He's holding him like he's nothing. He's holding him like he's nothing.
I'm pretty sure Deppen is afraid of heights, and if he wasn't before, he certainly is now.
My God, the power of the one called Manders. And, yeah, look at that.
This is why we have corn subsidies. We need to grow men like Manders. This is literally the reason why an entire industry of starchy vegetation is so successful in America. The hope that we might create a genetically modified corn super soldier.
Oh my God! My dad's doing kibashi jumps to Tony Deppen! Oh, he's big bang pushed him! I'm not sure that's legal though. That might technically qualify as outside interference, but
I have nothing to say.
Deppen, God. Look at the face of Deppen. I mean, he is in pain. And Manders,
his capillaries in his chest exploding like fireworks on the 4th of July, courtesy of the one called Manders.
Oh, you know what? I started to say...
I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry. It's like a gunshot just went off here.
It looked to me like Devon, leaned in. He didn't have time to throw the elbow that he was thinking about throwing. Went to the chop well instead. Air ball on that one, though. I think he went to that chop well one too many times, Jason.
Deppen absolutely has to start mounting some offense. He's got an uphill battle to climb just in terms of the size and strength advantage. He has been on the receiving end of a lot of very impactful violence so far.
And did you see? He literally played the angles there and looked for a body part, and now he's found it, and now we got an issue because Manders is so reliant on that power. But if you only are operating on one leg, that advantage diminishes rapidly. God, that chop.
You don't want to do anything with Tony Deppen because it's unpleasant regardless of the activity, but definitively you don't want to get into a wrestling match with him, and you don't want to play pool because this is a man that knows the angles.
That's clever. But I tell you what's, oh my God. I mean, he can't even lift his leg. I mean, he was dragging it across the canvas there. Sometimes you see a guy that's kind of limping.
Sometimes people are hurt and sometimes people are injured, and I can't tell you, but it looks like Manders may be crossing the threshold from hurt to injured.
Yeah, and Manders has some big matches coming up in the next few weeks. But right there, God, that's it. I mean, he might could win. If he went for a cover, that might have been it.
Tony Deppen's heart may stop mid-match due to the impact of these chops. I mean, genuinely, it has happened before.
Yeah, but I noticed there, as Devon was clutching his chest like Fred Sanford, referee Daryl Hall was on top of it.
I'm sorry to bother you, but we got to cover, and you saw that knee across the chest. Deppen already trying to put his entire body weight across the shoulders of Manders. He's very, very smart.
Absolutely good cover. But one thing I've noticed, Daryl Hall was very closely checking on Manders. I think he's very worried about that leg. We talked about the difference between hurt and injured. He may smell that too. He may think that this may be a situation where he's got to think about a stoppage if things go a little bit farther. You know, you hate to see that, but that does happen in wrestling matches sometimes.
I don't know. If he's smelling anything sour, it's probably Tony Deppen. I have no idea how Hershey, Pennsylvania, known for creating so many sweet things, produced something as foul as Tony Deppen.
God, Deppen would have creamed him if he hit that double stomp. Manders was able to evade it. He was able to evade it. But he does not have that explosiveness right now. With that leg hurt, the explosiveness is not there, and he's going to have to think of something else. He's very inexperienced, too. This is where being a relative rookie can sometimes come back to haunt you.
You want to talk about overnight successes that actually have been working on it for years. Look at Tony Deppen and the year that he has had, and he has put in the work. The problem is that success has sort of destroyed what little personality Tony Deppen had left.
Well, yeah, oh God!
And Manders is destroying everything else.
And both of these guys, two of the most road-tested guys in all of independent wrestling in 2019. These guys have logged a lot of miles. We're in December. They've been running the roads all year long, all over the place, coast to coast. Manders up now. Flurry of strikes here. And Deppen's legs are fading on him.
And Manders does not want to end this year with a second loss to Tony Deppen. This is a rare opportunity to avenge and to redress a loss on your record, and Manders knows those come very rarely, especially in one calendar year.
That's a great point. Nice. Oh, he's got the bridge. Oh, but yeah. See, he had the bridge, but he could only do it with one leg. He was only able to do it with one leg. That diminishes your leverage advantage. Right there, that's where that leg work that we saw from Tony Deppen, that's where that attack to the leg is like money in the bank. Because it means even when Manders is on offense, he can't execute the way he wants to, Jason.
He is becoming the literal one-legged man in the tuchus kicking competition. And unfortunately, Tony Deppen is very adept at tuchus kicking.
Yeah, he really is. Right now, he's just in survival mode in that corner.
And I don't just mean that to be fun.
Oh my God!
Quite literally, Tony Deppen's strikes are so impressive.
Oh, he caught him! Spine buster! Manders caught him with that spine buster. But he's got to go for a cover now. I mean,
he literally can't roll over.
If you got a guy the caliber of Tony Deppen, one of the best independent wrestlers on the planet today, you got him out like that. You got to find a way. Manders, though, you're right. I mean, he is crawling. He may not even be able to stand.
So what do you do in Manders' situation, Dylan? How do you capitalize on these big moves if every single one of them puts weight down on your injured leg?
I know for a fact that Manders draws from the crowd. I know that for a fact. That's a cliche in wrestling, but he is one of the guys where that is true. He has got to derive and feed from that energy and see if he can will through based on that,
And oddly, this might actually speak to Manders' strength right now. If he can avoid having to put more pressure on the foot and stay on the knees, this might be to his benefit. You see, that's why Deppen tried to get to his feet first.
Deppen, see, here's the thing. Manders is a big dude, but Deppen is such a tactical striker that I'm not sure Manders has a clear advantage. But look at these guys. They're slapping the crap out of each other. Dead center of the ring here in Tyrone, Georgia. And this crowd, but Deppen's got him up. He's got the advantage. The clear advantage here. Oh, Manders with a big body attack in the corner. Trying to work some life back into that leg.
You were saying he feeds off the crowd. He's trying to, I don't know, orchestrate them in some way, shape, or form to sing the song that's going to wake him up.
God almighty. That was bad. I mean, that seated drop kick, and it hit Manders flush.
But what he's done successfully has Manders so far has been able to distract Deppen from going after the leg.
That's a great point. Come on, Manders. Oh, but there again, tripping those legs again.
You watch him, he's always looking for the best spot. He hits him now. We're going for that arm. He's literally systematically taking apart the entire body of Manders.
Just a flurry, just a combination of attacks from various angles there from Tony Deppen.
You don't often see Manders try and take a breather, but this is a situation where it's absolutely warranted.
Yeah,
he needs the moment.
Yeah, he's just trying to create space here. And Deppen, oh my God, he caught him! He caught him! Deppen went for the rolling dive!
He's going for
got him!
Suicida cannonball. Instead, he just committed suicide, courtesy of an assist by the one called Manders.
Big lariat!
Crawling over on hands and one with knee.
Oh, wait a minute, that was close. I don't know, and Manders is stunned too. That is the lariat that he put away both members of Bear Country with in that elimination tag in uncharted territory on Thanksgiving night. And I think he thought for sure he could keep Tony Deppen with that.
And how much more can he possibly have in the tank at this point?
He's trying to feed, but that leg, I cannot believe that on one leg he caught a man hurtling at him with that velocity and held him and then slammed him in that power. I cannot. What's he going for?
I have to assume the longer this match goes, the more it favors Tony Deppen. So Manders has to try and put Deppen away in the next, let's say, 5-10 seconds tops. I don't know how much longer he can stay on this leg.
I actually completely agree with you. And it's not just that. It's also the size. The smaller man has the advantage the longer it goes. The veteran has the longer advantage the longer it goes. What on earth is he doing? Oh, he bit him. I think he was thinking about that stampede off the top. That is how he advanced in the first round of the Actions Future Showcase Tournament SCI Weekend, a tournament that Manders won, I might add. He was not able to get it there. Oh, he's in a bad way. He's been double stopped. He just double stopped him. Manders is not, amazingly, Manders is not down on the canvas.
No, he somehow made his way to his feet.
The precision of those strikes. Quick cover, dead center, leg hook. Great cover by Devon. Man alive, what a match here.
And now it's for the first time starting to get to Deppen.
Yeah, Deppen is having like a full-blown emotional crisis, I think. I don't think he knows quite what to do here.
He's having an existential explosion. What do you got to do?
He's got to remember that
Manders down.
You got to remember Manders is hurt too, though. It's really, I mean, I make this analogy all the time, but it's like hitting the reset on the NES. Oh, he couldn't get him up. He went for a German and couldn't get him. Another well-placed knee from Deppen. Oh! That elbow!
Picking it up.
He's got to watch that leg, though. Yeah, again, that leg. Over and over. Yeah, see.
And it's the thing, his game plan is so dependent on lifting Deppen. If he is going to get a win in this match, he needs to, switch to strikes, but that's not good against Deppen either.
It's tough. It's tough. His one advantage has been neutralized by Tony Deppen.
I don't think of Manders as a submissions
guy.
Backslide.
Oh, but he rolled him through. He didn't stick with a cover. He went for a high impact maneuver instead. I don't know if that was smart, but I can't really criticize it.
No, because the strikes have been so effective up until this point. Why wouldn't you keep going with it? It's working.
Oh, got him! Oh! Pop-up power slam!
Used his momentum against him.
That's it! And I'm going to tell you right now, this is a guy that traveled tons and tons of miles to make a name. And very quickly, he has become a major name in independent wrestling. But exercising the demon of Tony Deppen was a big part of it. Now he's out of his own head. Now, on December 31st, in Heavy Lies the Crown live on IWTV, when that man challenges the Warhorse for the IWTV Independent Wrestling Championship, he knows he can get the job done against the best in the game.
Yeah, but the question's going to be, his heart may be ready, but at this point, will his leg be healed in time?
Great question.